Hi friends, welcome to 2017. This is Anupam V Kapil, wishing you a very happy and sunny new year. That's right, because this is the number of sun. 2017 adds to number 10, which is the wheel of fortune as per the Kabbalah. It's a higher octave of number 1. The speciality of the forecast which we are going to talk about is based on the Lagna, that is the rising sign or the ascendant as you would call it. For those of you who do not know your ascendant, you could refer it through your moon sign also. And for those who don't know your Lagna as well as your moon sign, you can refer to your sun sign also. But I would definitely recommend you to go as per your Lagna or your moon sign. As you know, even if you see it from the sun sign, it's not going to be far apart, but because in Indian astrology, in Vedic astrology, we always consider the Lagna forecast, the moon forecast and the sun forecast. And this, when we take all these three into account for any prediction, it is called the Sudarshan Kundali. So don't worry even if you don't have your Lagna and moon sign, but I do recommend it to you. Secondly, 2017, this number of 1, which is a higher octave, this number of 10, which is a higher octave of number 1, is going to see a lot of independent activity around the world. The universal vibration of the number 1, which I have brought to you specially in a different series of numerology, which you will see in the next post which I am going to put on YouTube, carries all the 9 numbers. But what the speciality about this numerology is, it is not like the ordinary numerology which is being thrust down your throat on the television channels, in the newspapers, because the numerology what comes in channels and in newspapers is based on fate numbers. You cannot have, there cannot be an utter lie than something which, to somebody is propagating his own self to get cheap mileage. Because as per the numerology which appears in the newspapers and on the television, any person who's born on fate number 1, like 1, 10, 19, 28, irrespective of the month, that means you could be a fate number born in Jan, Feb, March or any time during the year, your forecast is going to be the same. Isn't it ridiculous? People consider you readers so stupid. It's time to wake up. And I am bringing you a special forecast because when you talk about your personal number, it has to be necessarily your number, your day, plus your month, plus the current year, which gives rise to an annual number. So fate number 1 of January or February or December, all will be having a different forecast. So do keep a watch out after you watch this, because I am talking about your relationships, your love, health, and also the important incidences. And the speciality of this forecast is we have tried to get a lot of events month by month and fixed it into dates when the events are going to happen. So there's no meaning of having a forecast which has no timing to it, So we have tried to bring a timing to the forecast. The numerology section which you shall see in the next video does not have timing because I have already explained the timing part in the astrology section. So you will just use the numerology section to add on and plug to this particular forecast. Hope you enjoy. So Aries, let's take a look at how 2017 is going to be for you. In a single word, if I were to please you, I would say you would have a lot of relief this year. Why? Because the heavy planet of karma, that is Saturn, is placed in your 8th house. 8th house is a very difficult house. In astrology, if we say that 6th, 8th and the 12th houses are difficult influences. The 6th for enemies, deaths, 8th for hidden enemies, also for blockages, psychological problems, and things which you cannot see. And the 12th house for confinement, prisons, lunatic asylums, anything which restricts your activity is the 12th house. Now the 8th house is where Saturn is right now, and after 26th of January, there's a welcome change happening after almost 2 years in your chart. Saturn is gradually moving away from the watery sign of Scorpio into the fiery sign of Sagittarius. Though this transition period brings a lot of upheavals throughout the world, but Aries, for you, let me assure you that your ascendant lord or the ruler of your sign, the rising sign as you call it, Aries, Mars is very well positioned at the beginning of the year. It's positioned in the house of gains, in the 11th house, and this gives your horoscope strength. Secondly, even Venus, which rules over your finances, that is the 2nd house and the 7th house, which have to do with your image and business, that planet Venus is also moving in the house of your gains. But temporarily, I would say in this particular month in January, Venus is afflicted by Ketu for some time, which means you have to take care about the health about of your wife, and also secret organs, etc. Because, and especially those people who are suffering from sugar related problems, they need to be extra careful. Let me take you through your professional life first, and then we will gradually go into your health, and then we will look at your love. Now, as I said, the beginning of the year, after the 26th, things are only going to get better. And this trend continues till March. The tensions are definitely going to subside after 26th January. And those in business have a fantastic period till 15th of March, because Sun, Mercury and Venus, these are transiting through the areas of your 9th, 10th and 11th, which have to do with travel, profession and success. April and May is a good period. Your career remains stable around that period. Though Mars is going to get combust, there will be some delays around that period. But financially, I see liquidity definitely improving from June, and it should be very good between July 1 to 25. And the second half of the year, when even Jupiter would have changed by that time, and September 15 to October 8, that is one such period where you can expect good results. Your finances and bank balances would grow. Retrograde Saturn is another period where again Saturn is going to make you look at contracts and actions which you have done before. You'll have to have a relook at them to finish it. You'll have to work very hard, and this is going to happen between 6th of April to 25th of August. So this suggests that a lot of professional decisions will be reviewed. However, amongst all these changes, etc., and all these retrogradations of Saturn and the combustion of Mars, there will still be opportunity to buy homes or vehicles in July. Now, let me tell you another thing, that Jupiter changes around 13th of September. It will move into your 7th house. It will enhance your image, and it will bring success in all your activities. So I'm not stressing too much on the transit of Saturn and Jupiter in the 7th house. I'm quickly moving on to your health, because that is a matter of important concern, because Mars, which rules your Lagna rules your body, your constitution, is going to be combust for quite a long time. And if you want to have any kind of real success, you should be bodily fit, physically fit, because you may have the best of things and opportunities coming your way, but if you're not fit, it's just a wasted opportunity. Jupiter is retrograding from about 6th of February to June 6th. This is a period where you need to be careful about your health. October and December, you may have problems where old health issues resurface, and any treatment or surgeries which you are planning around this period, especially when Jupiter is retrograde between Feb 6 and June 9. If you can postpone this, it should be very good. Misunderstandings with elders are definitely possible. Religious people, when Jupiter gets retrograde or it gets combust sometime in September, October, June 21st to October 27. This is a period where I see some kind of problems happening again, because Saturn again would be moving back and entering into Scorpio. Mars is going to be combust between May 3rd to 17th September. This combustion of Mars period, which I have told you, this is especially with special regard to your health, because Mars is your Lagna Lord, as I said, and it is also your 8th house. And during this period, you need to be very careful of driving vehicles or going on adventure sports, etc. Because during this period, the period which I told you between June 8 to 15, this is a narrow period, and May 3rd to 17th September, there's a period where this accidents, mischiefs and ill health, everything is possible, especially in August, Forget the major part, but August I want you to be very careful, because people especially having blood pressure problems, cardiac problems, Mars, Sun and Rahu, you need to have remedial measures done for all this, because there's some bad axis, 6-8 axis of all these planets happening with Saturn. Foreign travels, if you're planning, when Jupiter is retrograde, they may get cancelled, or there may be some problems during travel. So avoid travel if you can, especially if you're going to a new place for the first time. Avoid a Jupiter retrograde during a long distance travel. Now let's take a look at your love. I think you'll get a fair share of your love dose in 2017, because as I told you earlier, Venus enters the house of bed pleasures. 12th house is a house of bed pleasures and good surroundings. So till the period till May 31st, I see you having a very good time. And there's another period between Jan 20th to Feb end. This I am segregating and bringing out as a most passionate period for you. Pleasures of the bed, luxurious surroundings, what more, and clandestine relations. They are also going to happen as the year progresses. But these relationships are fraught with danger. This is going to happen especially between August 22nd to 25th. And there may be also fights which are possible between 28th of August and September 10. This period, is evil conjunction between Mars and Rahu conjunction, because Rahu is moving away from Leo into Cancer. At the same time, Mars would also be Neech, that is debilitated, and they both will be connected when Mars and Rahu combine in Cancer. Then we have Jupiter, which enters Libra on 13th of September. Especially for those of you who are planning to get married, who are single, this is a fantastic time, because Jupiter in the 7th house puts the stamp of approval on marriage, arranged marriage. Jupiter in 7th always talks about formality, about ceremony. It will not be the runaway bride kind of scenes. It will not allow that, because Jupiter rules over convention. It also governs morality. Now, I think that if you really want to get married, November is the month for you. Though Jupiter changes after September 13, but November is very good. Or then if this period also extends to, if I go into next year, it's February 2018. So November 2017 and February 2018, these are very, very good months to get married for those who are single. Only one thing is there, that the partner is likely to be slightly elder to you. I see comfort from wife and the opposite sex, acquisition of wealth, gems, movable and immovable assets. Gradually all of these will start coming into your life. So Aries, there's a lot of positivity into your forecast, and as I say that it's a sunny new year, look at the sun and pray to the sun, because sun governs your 5th house. 5th house is Purva Janma Karma. At any given time, we all need and enjoy the fruits of our previous Janma Karma and the present Karma. Present Karma we all know, but the previous Janma Karma we don't know what all bad things we have done. So those are also likely to come, but worship of the sun by the Surya Mantra especially. Either you may do Om Suryaya Nama, Om Gruniyadityaya Nama, or you may chant the 12 names of the sun, Om Mitraya Namo, Bhanve Namo, etc. etc. You can do a Google checkup, you'll get the 12 names of the sun. Because this will bring a lot of positivity into your life. So that's all for Aries what I have. Wish you a very, very happy new year.